Day 30. Moment. The indicator clicked, and he smiled over at her as they turned into the car park. But she wasn't looking at him. She was hunched in the passenger seat, bending her neck to look up and out at the little parade of shops, trying to work the best angle to take in as much as she possibly could. She looked like he was driving her through a safari park or past a burning building. She was so alive to every detail. His smile broadened. He was so pleased. She was a new girlfriend, and she had never been to Britain before. She had the Netflix view of the country, royal palaces and baking competitions, but she knew that wasn't the whole story, and he had been so looking forward to showing her where he was from, his little town. It was just getting dark, and the streetlights were fading on as he pulled into a space and turned off the engine. "Is this what you call council?" She sounded as if she were asking about a planet she had only read about. He felt a little shame at the adjective. Council. Council housing, council projects, people and places struggling with unemployment, drug abuse, aimlessness. This was his town, his home. He was proud of it, and he always missed it. But yes, it was council. And no amount of explaining how people from this town used the word could compete with letting her see it for herself. "Don't let anyone hear you say that, though, yeah?" They stepped out of the car just as a blacked-out Range Rover rolled into the next space and nearly flattened him. It pulled up short. No horn, no nothing. Black silence from the empty windscreen. He waved a weak apology, and as he stepped up onto the pavement with her, his heart still pounding, time slowed. The moment stretched out to a stop, the tableau laid out before them. Immediately in front of the couple was the betting shop, with lighting that was far too bright for people who were looking at backlit screens and might not have wanted to be seen in there. Through the broad front window, clear as day, he could see Danny Gregory sitting at a fruit machine or electronic poker unit of some sort. Danny had been a school acquaintance, at one time might even have been classed as a friend, but they hadn't seen each other for many years. Social media seemed to suggest that Danny had got his act together. The slightly cryptic posts spoke of building our nest and doing it for the family, alongside pictures of him and a baby that included a woman on occasion. Danny had fought those demons and was smashing life. From here, his skin looked grey in the strip lighting, and there seemed no chance that he would turn and see a familiar face looking in from outside. Next door to the betting shop was the Chippy. Marco's Fish and Chips had always been here and was full. It had been renovated since his last visit. The pine effect laminate and brushed steel handles and trim gave it the impression of being more a hotel bathroom than a fast food restaurant, complete with round spotlights in the ceiling. All of this was offset by the smashed glass in the door. It hadn't actually been knocked out, but the shattered vanes were being held together by streaks of brown packing tape. The next unit along was the off-license, the convenience store. It was dimmer in there than the chip shop and the bookies, the shelves of Polish tins and obscure crisp brands hovering in the gloom. There was a builder apparently waiting at the till, his big dirty hands curled around 4 small crates of Guinness, 8 cans on each side. He was flecked from boots to neck with white dots and dust. Behind him, on a column, was a red and white sticker with the silhouette of a head and shoulders in a hoodie above "No Hoods" in block capitals. At the front of the shop was a woman at a cash point. Her hand was bunched in a furious fist. The machine must have swallowed her card or refused to give only 5s. In her agitation, her dressing gown had fallen open, the belt hanging useless, revealing a bra that didn't match her underwear, one milky brown, the other frilled and white. They were somehow both very similar to the colour of her sagging skin, though, the creases by her ribs, giving the impression in that moment that she was wearing nothing at all. Her IKEA slippers were bright red, though, and couldn't be missed. Behind her, approaching from the other end of the row of shops, was a man in grey trousers and zipped-up fleece. Facing the couple, head tilted down but eyes burning forward. He had the look of someone who had been looking for them, and found them. Finally. Except he was leaning to one side mid-step, the look of determination seeming now more like concentration in order not to fall over. But what was causing him to fall? To require so much concentration to walk in a straight line or not vomit? Drink? Drugs? He could be off his medication. Time returned. With a sucking whoosh, he blinked and turned to his girlfriend. Music was blaring out of a window somewhere, strangely in rhythm with a car alarm. The greens and blues of the huge screen TV showing the horse racing in the betting shop coloured one side of her face. The builder shouldered open the door of the shop and nearly went straight into the old woman trying to tie up her dressing gown. "It doesn't bloody work," she screeched at him. "Doesn't work!" He didn't react at all as he shouldered open the door of the chippy too and went inside. The man from the other end of the pavement was on them now. He slowly limped his way between them both, and they watched him pass like a walking bomb. The man didn't even register their existence, and carried on towards the dark path that went off to the housing estate. He didn't need anything at the shops. His girlfriend was looking at him now, her mouth slightly open. "I love it," she said.